What if we could be forever young? Endless commercials advertise facial creams that tighten your wrinkles and hair dyes that hide your greys. We're all trying to sidestep getting older. Now, I'm not about to tell you that we've just discovered the legendary Philosopher's Stone. That would be ridiculous. But as of November 2016, the power to delay and even reverse aging itself isn't so ridiculous anymore. We may have just discovered the root of aging and potentially the ability to have some control over it. Okay, let's take a step back for a second. Aging has always been a definitive outcome for everyone that has ever taken a breath on this planet. 122 years is the longest anyone has ever lived. So, this discovery may just rattle you up a little bit. It all comes down to the cell, and more specifically, the mitochondria found inside, responsible for providing energy. Now, the mitochondria has its own double-stranded cyclic DNA, referred to as mtDNA, that encodes for 13 proteins that eventually enable energy synthesis. Aging is largely due to the accumulation of mutated mtDNA. Naturally, in the replication of mtDNA, mistakes are made, but they're usually repaired by DNA repair mechanisms. Some, however, slip through, and mutated mtDNA accumulates in the cell, ultimately leading us to age. Parkinson's disease, Alzheimer's disease, heart disease, muscle wasting, and frailty. These are all diseases that are a result of premature aging. When we bring it back down to the core though, they are all caused by mutated genes that prevent the maintenance and repair of our DNA. Now, these aren't uncommon diseases. I'm sure most of us have heard of them before. In fact, in 2018, approximately 1 in 308 people were living with Parkinson's disease, and its prevalence in 2014 was higher than cancer. It's obvious that premature aging takes a significant toll on the population, and the need to address this has been prevailing. Well, in 2016, Ming Guo and Bruce Hay combined their UCLA and Caltech labs and made a huge step forward in understanding the aging process and discovering the potential to delay and reverse its effects. The fruit fly, or Drosophila, was used as a model for mtDNA in their experimentation, where they found that they could selectively cleanse the damaged mtDNA, effectively rejuvenating and improving mitochondrial quality. They're essentially spring cleaning the cell of mutated mtDNA. This is done by boosting our natural quality control processes, which are normally present, but they're just not efficient enough. First of all, the activation of the PINK1 and Parkin pathway degrades the membrane proteins called mitofusins. The decrease of mitofusins prevents the mitochondrial membrane from fusing, labeling the dysfunctional mitochondria for autophagocytosis. Autophagy is a cellular process that disassembles and recycles damaged and unneeded cell components. By activating autophagy, up to 95% of mutated mtDNA can be removed from the cell, and we end up with enhanced mitochondrial quality. Ultimately, we delay the process of aging by clearing out mutations. It may be possible to periodically spring clean our cells to reverse mitochondrial damages from the muscle, brain, and other tissues to maintain our mobility, cognitive function, and to just age healthily. This is extremely good news for patients suffering from premature aging-related diseases. This ray of hope provides comfort that normal life and healthy aging may be retained. Though Parkinson's doesn't necessarily decrease lifespan, across a patient's final 16 years, the effects on muscles can be devastating and hugely reduce quality of life to the point where one can't even pick up a glass of water. Alzheimer's disease commonly affects people after the age of 60, and death is about 8 to 10 years after onset. Similarly, the cognitive degradation of Alzheimer's can take a large toll not only on the patient, but on relatives as the individual suffers severe memory loss. The early onset of these diseases can cut a person's life short, and the ability to control aging could be extensively useful in these cases. However, for the time being, a discovery has been made, but more work is required to effectively take the understanding and clinically apply it in the population. Ethical questions are also raised upon the accessibility of these kinds of treatments. Will they only be accessible to those with aging diseases? Could this widen the imbalance across first world and developing countries? Once these questions are answered, we may be seeing an aging breakthrough in our near future. In the end, an exciting breakthrough has been uncovered. Our widely stable beliefs on aging may have just met their match, and the secrets behind delaying and reversing aging have officially seeped through. This may just be one TV advertisement you don't want to change the channel on.